Hi, welcome back to Guessagaingaming. Here we are back in London. It's like 10 to 4 a.m. in the early hours of the morning or the late hours of the evening, depending on how you look at it. And I'm right next to a motorcycle, and I have to tell you that I'm not a great person for driving games, but I really like how driving feels in this game. So I'm just going to drive my motorcycle around. Just a little bit, there we go, we'll stop here. But yeah, I really enjoy driving in this game. Not just motorcycles, you can drive boats and on the Thames, and you can drive cars and buses, but I really like how the driving feels in this game. It's done really well. Anyway, the point of today's video, just a small video, again to do with wokeism, but it's not about Avowed or Dragon Age Veilguard or Star Wars Outlaws or any of these things today. It's about IGN. Which, if you know, and I'm sure you do, is a game reviewing site, well established, who, let's just say, they've overrated a lot of these very woke games. Dragon Age Veilguard, I think they gave it 9. So they've come under a lot of criticism for the fact they're overrating games that, in general, not just gamers, but other less well-known review sites are giving much lower scores, and the games have got loads of criticism, but they're giving them 9, and you know, 9 is a very high score. So they've been under a lot of criticism for the scoring they give to games. I think I've mentioned this on the channel before. And anyway, apparently what's happening now is IGN, someone just ran over my motorcycle, that's terrible. But yeah, apparently lots of people are being laid off. IGN's revenue has dropped by, I think I heard it was 10%, something like that, 15% in the last couple of years. And they're laying off people. They're laying off woke activist journalists, and some are leaving. And my thought on that is good. Good, double good, because IGN, and not particularly IGN, but any review site that's supporting or overrating woke games, awful games, games with a message, games with girl bosses for no reason, all these things, they're almost as bad a problem as game developers and publishers making the games, because if the big review sites, and let's be honest, IGN is probably about the biggest, criticised the games and gave them low scores from the very beginning, and I'm not talking about Dragon Age, I'm talking about before the Veilguard, other games, then they would have probably taken notice a lot quicker. But because they've got the same ideas, the same woke ideas in these companies, IGN, as they have in some of the game developers and the AAA gaming publishers, they haven't, and it's caused a problem, so they're responsible. Also, I've said this on the channel before as well, it's bad enough when you make a game and you throw in loads of woke, ugly messages and all this diversity nonsense to try and push your message in a game, not make a good game. That's very bad. It's now raining. But what's even worse is if your only job is to review games, so gamers will know whether to buy a game, and lots of people don't watch tons of YouTube or Twitch. They don't watch everything that everyone makes, so they don't know what a game is like. They don't know about the ugly characters or the message in games, or etc, etc. They're just going to look at the very major review sites. So if IGN are giving games a high review and saying it's a great game, what an amazing game it is, blah blah blah, and it's not, for whatever reason, Dragon Age Veilguard will go with that, that's the most current example, then it's almost like fraud, because they're encouraging people to buy a game which they know they want them to buy because they're woke activists as well, or want to push the message, but they know the game isn't what they're saying it is, but they don't care. And that's almost worse. In fact, I'd say that is worse than making an awfully woke game, because at least if you make a woke game, then if you don't want to sell it, you don't care, which seems to be the way lots of these games like Avowed and Dragon Age are, then okay, that's bad enough. But if you make a review about a game which is going to influence people to buy it, and you basically lie about how good it is, then that's almost fraud. And as I said before on this channel, I think if I was someone who bought a game based on an IGN review saying how great it was, like Dragon Age of Valgard, and I played it and it is what it is, in reality, I don't know if it's possible, but I would want to sue them. I'd be very, very angry. I wouldn't be as angry with BioWare or EA as I would be with IGN if I'd read a review that said 9 out of 10 and bought it and it was what it is. So if they're laying off people and people are losing their jobs, good. If people are leaving, good. As with the main game developers and publishers, they'll need to replace those people with non-woke activists, because otherwise we'll just get the same again. But it's a good sign that they're being held accountable for what they've done, because they're as responsible, in my view, if not more so, than most of the game developers and publishers who made these awful games. Anyway, thanks for watching Guess Again Gaming in rainy London. I won't get back on my motorcycle because it's been squashed, but I'm sure I can find another one. Anyway, thanks for watching. Take care. Till next time.